Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Domly if you are new here, and in today's video we are going to be recreating this makeup look using products that we already own in our makeup collection. There's nothing new, I don't believe. Everything has already been out on the market. I think there's maybe like a lip gloss that's new or something. But the purpose of this video is to basically just play in our makeup, see what we've got in our collection, get re-inspired. And I want to do these kind of every so often just because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I kind of forgot about. And it's just been so nice just like playing in makeup and getting re-inspired, and I've missed it so much. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get on to this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. See you in 2.5. Hello friends. Okay, so we're gonna start by applying some moisturizer to my skin. I'm just gonna be using this Naturium Multi-Peptide moisturizer just to kind of hydrate my skin a little bit before I go in with foundation. So yeah, I have in my basket everything that I want to use on my face today, so we're just gonna get going. Hopefully this video isn't a million years long, but it probably will be, because this is a full face of makeup and I'm not quick with editing, or I'll just have to kind of start and stop. Anyway, so for foundation, while this is sitting and sinking in, I'm going to be using the Haus Labs foundation. This one is in the shade 470 medium deep cool. Everything that I will use will be linked down in the description box below in case you're wondering. All of these products are products that I've had for a little bit and have been out on the market, so it's just to kind of inspire you to use makeup that you already have in your collection and just kind of rediscover everything. So I don't know how often I'll do these Throwback Thursday videos, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to do it. So yeah, why not? I haven't used this foundation in quite some time because if you've watched any of my other videos, I've been using the Patrick Ta foundation, and I've also been using the the Maybelline foundation, like their Skin Tint. I honestly feel like this matches me pretty good for this time of year, so I need to whip this one back out. I haven't used this in a while. And typically I don't do a ton of skincare underneath my makeup. I'll do a little bit of something, but I went in with the thicker moisturizer because I do want to have a little bit of glow, and I've been really liking that from the Patrick Ta foundation, so just kind of want to stick with that same finish. This is like a medium to buildable coverage foundation, but I'm not really looking for anything super full coverage. I like to have more of like a medium coverage foundation on my skin. I don't know, I just feel like that's what looks the best on me, and I just like that. Like, I never have been, well, I would say in days gone past I probably was more so of a full coverage girly, but this is about what we're gonna get for the coverage. Okay, moving on, I like to do my bronzer and my concealer. I like to do my bronzer first, then my concealer. I was like, word salad. I've been up since like 5 a.m, so I'm sorry, but we're gonna use the Rare Beauty bronzing stick in the shade On the Horizon. This one is just more for warmth, so I'm not gonna get a ton of like contouriness out of it, for real. Like, I'm just gonna get a little bit of warmth. So if you want more contouredness, then I would just recommend going in with something else. I might go in with a little bit of something else in a second, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna kind of blend this out a little bit. My cheekies. Just just kind of add some warmth to my face. I haven't used that in so long. Okay. Now just to add like a little bit more depth to my cheeks, because that's decently warm, I'm going to use the Made by Mitchell Curve case in the medium. I think this is either the medium or the deep one, but whatever. And then I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that onto my face. So I'm going to tap the excess off, and I'm just going to kind of tap like so. And then I'm going to go back in and do the same thing again. Just trying not to get too much product at once. I can hear the train. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so moving on to blush. I'm not sure what I want to do for my blush yet. I don't know if I want to do a cream or I want to do a powder, whatever. I'm not quite certain on that. So I'm going to pause this for a second because I considered going in with one of these blushes, but I think I'm going to do my concealer and then do my eye look because I have no idea what eye look I'm going to do. So yeah, I don't want to, I want my blush to complement the eye look that I do. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty concealer. This is the one that I always use. I don't have another concealer in my collection. I'm using the shade 7.3 as always for my under eyes. And then I'm just going to go in like so. I think this video should be up right around Black Friday. This video will be up either hopefully like on Thanksgiving or right around Black Friday-ish. If not, it'll be up the week afterwards. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna order anything for Black Friday. I have a couple things on my wish list. I have like a couple eyeshadow palettes that I think are really pretty, but I don't know if I will get any of those. And then I have a camera on my wish list like that I would like to get for Black Friday, but I don't think I will get that just because like the savings, it's not, I don't think it'll be a big enough savings to be worth it, you know, buying it right now. But it is on my radar, so if it drops to a decent price, I will pick it up. But yeah, but today is Monday. I just had a vlog go up. It is Thanksgiving week, which is cool. I'm just blending out my concealer like so. Okay. And I am going to go in with a little bit around my mouth because I think I just totally forgot to put like foundation around there. So we're going to put just a little bit so we can get a little coverage. I truly forgot how nice this foundation is. And like, I absolutely love this foundation. So that's crazy. Okay, so for powder, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty powder, the one that I've been using, in a little triangle. Tap a little of that off. Okay. Huda Beauty recently released like a duo of this powder, and it's like one side is one color, the other side is the other color, and then you can like open it up so where you can get both shades, which is really cool. So that's pretty nice. But I've been really liking this one. This is the shade Ube Birthday Cake, and it is a limited edition shade, but I enjoy it while I can. All right, for eyeshadow, where are my palettes? Hold on. Okay, so for eyeshadow palettes, I want to use the BellaBeauteBar palettes, and I've got two that I want to play with. The Bejeweled palette and the recently de-influenced. These came out like a while ago, but I love them a lot and I haven't played with them in a bit, so I want to play with them. But I think I want to do something on like the deep purpley side and add like some orange and just kind of see where the look takes us, honestly. So that's basically what we're gonna get started with. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the shade Amethyst, this one here. I think I'm gonna start this look off with that. So let me just find a brush real quick, and I'm just gonna take that Amethyst shade, and I kind of want to do like a halo eye, so I'm just gonna pack the color into the corner like so. I just realized, I was like, well, the orange isn't gonna go in that corner then. And then I'm just gonna pack the color on my outer V. I'm gonna take it all the way up to my brows because I feel like when you do only halfway, it looks a little funny. Okay, now that we've finished that and I look like I have two black eyes, let's go in with, let's see, what color do I want to use? I think I want to use maybe a mixture of this and this, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe a little bit of this. No, we're going to scratch that. We're going to go in with a little bit of this, and we're going to put it like right in there with a very light hand because I don't want it to be too clashy. Which color did I say? Let's do this one with maybe a little bit of this. Like, this looks more green on camera, but it's actually like more aquatic and teal, so I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, we're just gonna try something real quick. We'll see. I'm just gonna kind of go right over top of that purple shade, just kind of plop it right on top. Now that that is done, I'm gonna go back in with the flip side of my brush and just kind of soften over here one more time. And then I'm actually gonna take the shade Tanzanite, which is this deep color here, and I'm gonna put that like over top of that a little bit because I want it to be a deeper shade. There we go. I like that much better. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Okay, and then what's left on the brush, I'm just gonna take that and wiggle that in the inner corner where that purple is. We're definitely not beating the black eye allegations, that's for sure. Okay. now that that is done, I'm actually gonna go in with the shimmer, and I'm gonna do like some NYX glitter glue, and then I'm gonna find like a color to put on top of that, and then I'll add more matte shades to kind of soften everything together, because it does look a little crazy right now. But don't worry, we're gonna make this look palatable. Don't you worry. So we're just getting like a little flat brush like this, and I'm gonna grab some glitter primer. I'm gonna put this glitter primer all over that blank area, so like all over this space here. We're gonna get some glitter primer on there. Okay, we're gonna I'm gonna kind of cut it in a way so it almost looks like a little cut crease action. I kind of want to use this green color. I feel like this is really pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I think I want to use that color. And that is the shade, what color is this? Collab. The shade Collab. They're like multi-chromes, duochromes, so they shift and I can't tell what's going where. So that's why I have to look at it a couple times. But we're gonna use that shade, and we're gonna start by putting that on. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that a lot. I'm just gonna bring that up on my lid like so. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and now that I did that, I'm gonna take the shade Drained ever so gently because she's a little broken. And I'm gonna take the shade Lash Lighting. Yeah. And I'm going to put that right here, like so. Just kind of touching it right over that blue. Like so. As you can see, you can kind of see it a little bit. Perfect, 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 perfect. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna go with, it's kind of hard with these because you have to kind of like swatch them to see. Okay, this is more of like a purpley color. I'm not really looking for that color. I think I want to do something with orange. I'm gonna go in with the shade Paid Partnership for my inner corner, this orange color. I'm just gonna pack that on. And I'm gonna use that as a base. And then we'll go in with a lighter shade over top of that, just to kind of give me that like really bright eye look, like inner corner. That's what I'm saying. Words, girl, words. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the shade Viral, and I'm gonna put that on my inner corner as well, right over top of that orange. And it kind of has like an orangey shift to it. So this is perfect for that. And I'm just plopping it right on in there. I like that. It's different, but I like it a lot. Pretty, 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 pretty. And then for the lid, I think I'm going to take a little bit of this color here and just put just this little hint of that color right on the center of the lid with my finger, the shade Backlash. It's just kind of like this iridescent-y color. Kind of has like that shift to it, so I'm going to put a little bit of that right in the center with my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to do my bottom waterline. I'm just going to put some eyeshadow down there or some black eyeliner and smudge it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, moving on. I'm going to use the e.l.f. This is the Brow Laminating Gel. And I'm just going to run that through my brows, like so. Okay. And then I use the brush side to just slick them to my face, like so. And that's about what I do for the brows. All right, moving on. Let's go to some blush. So for blush, I kind of want to do like a boldish blush, okay? Like, hear me out. Hear me out. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? I don't know. Let's do a little bit. Let's do a little bit. Because I don't have a ton of color on my face, so I think this would be perfect for that. Let's start with the NYX ButterMelt Bronzer in the shade Butta Than You. Real cute, real cute. I'm just gonna put some of that on first as like a base blush. Kind of like where I would put my bronzer a little bit. Just because it is pretty warm, so yeah. And I feel like you can give it, like you can tell that there's some warmth there, okay? Then over top, I'm gonna add the ButterMelt blush in the shade Butta Than Before. All of these are, okay, a play on the word butter, clearly. Need a mirror, up close, personal. All right, I'm very scared. This is actually, it's really pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna go right over top. And on my nose. I like a little cold nose look. This is looking really good. I'm really liking how this is looking. Okay, so then we can't just stop there. We're gonna add a little highlight. This is the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blush in the shade A Chance of Peach, which I just feel like will be the perfect like highlighter, don't you think? So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my nose, like right in there. And then I kind of don't really know how I want to pick this up. I think I'm gonna put this on my hand, like so. And then I'm gonna pick up a brush. I'm gonna get this brush here. I'm just gonna tap that in here. And hopefully that applies nicely to my face. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again to get a little bit more product. It's a very thin formula, which I like. This is like my first time really using this because this came in a like a gift set. That's actually very pretty. I do like that over this blush because it doesn't have like a white base to it, which I like, so it doesn't make the skin look ashy or weird, you know. So I do like that. I'm just kind of stippling it on with this brush, basically. Like, look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. Just gonna tap that out a little bit here. Just get a little bit on my nose, my brow bone. This dries down very quickly. Like, that's basically dry, but look how pretty that color is. Like, that's a gorgeous shade. Okay, now I'm gonna add a few freckles. I'm gonna use my Colourpop Freckle Pen in the shade Dark Brown. And this is just like, I guess I got a new scar here or something from like a pimple. So I'm just gonna make that one. I'm gonna bring my mole back over here. I'm just gonna put a couple little freckles. Okay, just a little few across the bridge of my nose, you know, nothing too crazy. And then I think I want to add some face gems. So I have all of these. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back and we'll finish the lip combo out together and we'll finish up the look. How about that? Okay, so for the lip combo, I'm going to use the Sephora lip liner in the shade Molasses, which is just like a dark brown lip liner. And I'm just gonna will line my lips pretty heavily, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to see if I have a lip liner that's just a little bit darker than this, just because I want it to be just a bit darker on the edges. So 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go in with Morphe Trendsetter lip liner. And just darken up that lip line. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the Cosmic Brushes lipstick in the shade Gingersnap. This is from their Christmas collection of last year. So I will link this if I can. I'm pretty sure it's still available, but in case it isn't, you know why. And it's just like this orangey lipstick. Does it completely match this? Absolutely not. Are we gonna try to make it work? Sure are. And then I'm gonna use this e.l.f. lip oil in the shade Burst Bubble, and it is from their new Plumping line. So I'm hoping that that will just kind of, yeah, I like that. Okay, and then I added on a coat of mascara. So for my mascara, I used the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. But yeah, that is the end of this look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's do a little final lookity look here. Shake my hair out from the headband. But this is the final look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Throwback Thursday. All the products that I use on my face will be linked down in the description box below. I hope you guys are having a great day. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye, friends.